Welcome YouTube, this is Chris with Kerbal Space Program .22 career mode with the Interstellar Mod. Right now I'm just going to take a quick break from shooting rockets into the sky and make a aeroplane, or space plane if you will. This almost gets into space with some moderate redesigning. I'll just run through kind of what I learned with this, and one of the biggest lessons that I learned was that when you put a delta wing down, you definitely need a control surface. So I go through, build this thing, get out to the runway, and then realize that I'm not going to do anything with this space plane other than make a lot of noise on the runway. But just, I got the center of mass, center of lift, center of thrust icons up, trying to get close to, the optimal balance, but taking liberties just to try out different combinations. And what I've got here is I've got a center fuselage of liquid tanks, and also I have two jet engines on liquid fuel tanks themselves, and the center line is actually liquid and oxidizer for the four Rockamax, three Rockamax engines in the rear. So this is the first real flight, and ends in a horrible crash. Now we go back to a little bit of redesigning. I don't have a lot of parts, and I don't have the wing connectors that you get in the sandbox mode yet, so I'm working on basic parts here. So I ended up trying to make a delta wing to do a little bit more lifting action, but it doesn't work, and it might have gotten off the ground had that light fixture not been in the runway. I don't know why they put them there. Doing a little bit more redesign here. I'm not really comfortable with trying to get this to work, so this is the last attempt I'll do with this kind of wing design, and then I'll go to a little bit different design. And as always, crashes and Kerbal's dying. This is the final design. I believe this is the one that works and takes off, and I actually get to the very edge of space. So yeah, this has got the swept wing underneath, and then it's got the delta wing on top. And I use the turbojets to get up to probably close to 10 kilometers, and then I'll switch over to the Rockamax engines. I actually put the Rockamaxes on a little bit early because I wanted to get some more vertical speed, and then I turned them off and then coasted to the edge of the usable atmosphere. As you can see, the oxygen or air intake is down to zero, so I'm close to the vacuum of space, and I get up pretty high, and I run out of fuel. I probably could have, if I hadn't used the fuel and I'd been more patient, I probably could have gotten into at least a very low Kerbal orbit. I don't know if I could have got to 100 kilometers, but probably in the 65 to 75 range. And then I decided to do a little bit of, I had some fuel left, so I'll take a little tour of the area. So as you can see, I'm just flying around, and the good thing about this craft is even at 3 times physical time warp, it was very sturdy and didn't fall apart like some of the other craft I've tried out, and it had some weird oscillation that when flying level with the SAS on, it had some kind of weird oscillation, and then it would kind of nosedive, but it was controllable. And then the amount of lift on the wings and the control surfaces, it made it very maneuverable. So I end up just trying to mess around and running low on fuel. I didn't think I'd make it back to the airport, so I decided to land in the grass. And that is it. Kind of an obscure design, and it worked, and I was happy with that. So I'm not far off from a full single stage to take off airframe, but give me a like and a subscription, and I'll keep going. Thanks.